Good morning. Welcome to the Keto Mom page. And I'm very late. So, as you're tuning in, or maybe you're watching the replay, first of all, I want to say that if you have one of those days where it maybe doesn't line up with how you want your morning to go, for those of you who do the miracle morning, or if you, like me, get up and do all of your things in the morning and you feel super productive, and then when you don't, you're like, it can affect your entire day. I want you to know something. One decision does not have to affect your entire day, right? Your happiness or your attitude, let's say your attitude. Let's say your attitude. Your attitude does not have to be decided for your entire day based on one choice. So if you're just tuning in, where are you tuning in from? We're going to wrap this book up today and tomorrow. And I'm coming on super late because I got up early this morning. I worked out with my husband and we had a great morning. And then I laid on the couch. He was like, hey, you want to listen to a message? And usually I message people back. I get a whole bunch of stuff done early in the morning. I have not showered yet. Usually my mornings are quite productive. And I laid down and I fell asleep until 9:15. Now, I had incredible dreams. I actually feel very rested and I don't feel bad, but it made me go, man, and my kids are still sleeping. It's almost 10:30. So we all must have needed some serious sleep. And any other day I would have been like, I slept in, or I fell asleep, or I don't have all of my morning things done, right? How often do you maybe not choose the best lunch, or maybe you hit the snooze button, or whatever the case may be, and it might determine your attitude towards the rest of the day. So I'm just going to do a really quick check-in of your one choice, right, does not mean if you grab the donut or you hit the alarm clock or you skip the workout. I worked out, I just didn't do all the other morning things I wanted to do, which I'm working on right now. Does not mean there's no if you make one choice, it does not have to determine the rest of your day, right? And I'll talk about food here because oftentimes people will, maybe they had a breakfast that they accidentally grabbed, or they were on the go, they were busy, or lunch, whatever. And then all of a sudden they're like, well, I guess I'll just make bad decisions all day. That does not have to be you. So I hope you're having a great day. And we're going to wrap up. We're in chapter 10. And really, basically, I wish I could read you the whole thing. But we're reading a book every single morning. Usually I come on around 7:15 or 7:30, depending on how long our workouts go. And I go through my book. But basically, this book I love. It gives you perspective, right? So for the next few days, since we're wrapping the chapter up, I'm just going to review over the perspectives and the 7 decisions of personal success. And we'll probably just talk about a lot of things. I think I'm going to dive more into, for the rest of July, giving you some keto tips in the morning. So we're going to talk more about health and more of that stuff in the morning. We're going to dive into this book in August. Oops, the sun is shining on it funny. There you go. And so here's the deal. If you did not get the book and you want an incredible second of all, basically our character went into the future. So if you're following along, he went into the future and he got to see what could be and what will happen if he makes certain decisions. But ultimately, it's up to him, right? And so, there's so much that I want to read, but I'm not going to read to you. I'm going to read to you one highlighted spot that I underlined in this chapter 10. And he says, there comes a time in every person's life when a decision is required, and that decision, should you make it, will have a far-reaching effect on generations yet unborn. There is a thin thread that weaves only from you to hundreds of thousands of lives. Your example, your actions, and yes, even one decision can literally change the world. Let me say that one more time. One decision that you make can change the world. And so I think that was my favorite part of this chapter. And he got to see what could be if he chose, right? And so the whole book is great. It's going to give you a different perspective on life. It's going to help you realize that just because maybe you didn't have a great upbringing, or maybe you didn't have the greatest examples growing up, or even until your adulthood, just different perspectives. And you have to make the decision to move forward with learning, but putting all of it into action, right? No more blame, shaming, or justifying. You choose your attitude. You choose where you want to go. You're going to choose everything, right? And so it's a great book. I hope you're enjoying it. This book we're diving into in August. Continue to tune in every single morning. I won't sleep in every single morning. But I was going to give you just a little bit of what this is about. So this book is going to talk about removing the lies and replacing the truth. It's going to talk about rewiring your brain and renewing your mind, reframing your mind, restoring your perspective, and then reviving your soul and reclaiming your life. So that's what this book is about. We'll start this August 1st. Otherwise, that's it. I hope you continue to tune into the page for obviously keto tips, tricks, and recipes. I did have a couple people reach out. If you are my customer, like if you're drinking ketones, if you've done the reboot, make sure you're in my customer group, because we talk a lot about different things over there. And that's it. Continue to tune in, watch the stories. If you have any questions about anything, private message me and I will answer you. So I hope you guys have an incredible day, and we'll talk to you soon.